Hello, 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 and welcome, welcome. 2 years ago, I made a decision that absolutely changed the course of my life. And it also changed what I think about obesity and what I think about weight loss. So stick around because I'm going to tell you on my 2-year journey what really has changed. Deciding to take Mounjaro was not an easy decision for me. It absolutely was not. I actually declined it at first and decided to take a pill, which was Rybelsus instead, because I did not want to take an injection. I was just so against it. But eventually, I decided with everything I had gone through, all the diets, let me just tell you the story. Basically, I wanted an appetite suppressant. I was desperate for an appetite suppressant. I stayed hungry all the time. And one of the things my doctor did was refer me to a bariatric surgeon. So I go to this bariatric surgeon. I go in the office. I sit down, and little did I know, they had this huge scale, and they told me this scale is not for you. We have to get you another scale. So eventually they find a scale that they could weigh me on. And the lady explained that these are the scales that they use for people in wheelchairs or people who are bigger and can't fit on a regular scale. That all made me so nervous, right? So I go into the doctor's office and meet with him. And I'm telling him my story and telling him my struggles and how I had been on Weight Watchers and I did the cabbage diet and the grapefruit diet and all these kind of diets. I struggled with my appetite and feeling hungry all the time, wanting to eat everything and eating. And then a couple hours later, eating again as if I had never eaten. And so I just came there for an appetite suppressant. He listened to me. He sat there pretty calm. And when he finally spoke, he said, I am not going to prescribe you an appetite suppressant. He said, listening to you speak, looking at your records, seeing all that you've accomplished and seeing all that you can do, I think you can do this. You can do this. This is not something you need to take a medication for. He basically told me that I needed to eat properly, exercise, and I would be fine. So fast forward to February 2024 comes around and I had not lost a thing. And I'm one of those people that I diet down when I go to the doctor because I never wanted the scale to say that I was over 300 pounds. So I dieted down and I think I was under 300 pounds when I got to the doctor. However, I was so unhealthy. And I was diagnosed as a type 2 diabetic. So on top of the weight, that's one of the things that I said that I was never going to do. Now, I don't know if I thought that number was going to go down, even though my weight was going up. My A1C, it was a 7.6%. But I just thought, cannot be. And when I got that diagnosis of a diabetic, I thought it would motivate me to just change my ways. It would motivate me. But it did not. I have since recently learned by sharing my experience and being on this journey, my body is fighting to keep the fat, right? I'm trying to get rid of the fat. The biology of my body and what I have going on with my brain wants to keep the fat. And so you're fighting against that. And it was always to no avail. I did need support. And I want you out there to know that there is nothing to be ashamed of. So my why is my family, my health, the longevity of it all. I want to be here. I want to be on earth, living, breathing, excelling, not just sitting around. I want to be on earth as long as I can because I got to see my daughter grow old and have her own family and be here to support her. I want to be healthy. Now, ever since I was a little goober, I'm going to put one of my goober pictures up here. I started to have weight struggles. I started to use food for emotional support. And trust me, that has continued on throughout my life, which leads me to the point I'm at now in my weight loss journey. But I will say, once I learned that food was comfort for me, I continued to use it in that way. And so that's one of the things that I want to break. I have never tried to lose weight to be vain. I really haven't. My A1C and being labeled a type 2 diabetic and just the being uncomfortable. Those were the things that drove me to taking an injection. And I'm going to call this a treatment because that's what I am doing. That's what this medication is doing for me. It is treating my A1C and it is also treating my obesity. So I'm on this treatment plan and how long I will be on there, I don't know, but I'm prepared to be on there forever, as long as I need to. So we shall see. I never say never. You never know what's going to happen. So I said all that to say that's my why. What are some changes that I have noticed since I started my Mounjaro journey? Well, to talk about the non-scale victories of it all, some of the biggest changes are my inflammation is gone, pretty much gone. My energy level is up, right? So my inflammation is down, my energy level is up. I am able to do things that I could not do, wear certain clothes, certain sizes, an extra large. This sweater I have on now is an extra large. How about that from Macy's? So I'm able to wear smaller sizes. I'm able to cross my legs. I'm able to get in the car and have a lot of room, get in those restaurant booths, just easy peasy, lemon squeezy, all those great things. But I'm going to tell you what has really changed for me is my health profile. I am the most proud of my A1C. I started off at a 7.6%. I'm at a 5.6%, which is in the normal range. My high blood pressure, a lot of times it hovered even in the 150s at some point before I started this journey. And when I started this journey, my official blood pressure was 138/80. As of October, it was at 122/76. So I love that for myself. My cholesterol always had been pretty good. In February of 2024, when I started this journey, I was at a 197. So you get over 200 and that's a problem. My LDL, which is your bad cholesterol, was at a 123. It should be under 100. So in October of 2025, my cholesterol went down to a 186 and my LDL was at a 104. So I am really in that great range that I want to be at. So kudos to me because this is just awesome. The lab work is important because that's going to reveal how you're doing on the inside, right? We can see the physical part of the weight loss, but this is the important part. This is the inside. So let me tell you, my starting weight, I actually weighed more than 306.4. At one point, I was hovering at 316. Yes. But by the time I did my official weight for this journey, I was at 306.4. My current weight is 222.8. 83.6 pounds. I'm so excited about that. I really am. Now, this has been over a 2-year period. So this is why I call myself slow and steady. So that averages out to about 3.48 pounds per month, right? And I know there's a lot of folks on my videos and they're complaining about losing 3 pounds a month, 2 pounds a month, 5 pounds a month. I've even had somebody say, I know I'm not doing that great. I've only lost 10 pounds a month. Well, look at my weight loss, 3.4 pounds a month. And I'm okay with it. First of all, I have to be because it is what it is. And second of all, this is my best effort. It really is. So if this is my best effort, then I'm okay with that. And I'm not going to let anybody make me feel like I shouldn't be. And whatever your best effort is on your journey, you should be okay with whatever you're producing too. Now, if it's not your best effort and then fix it. But if this is your best effort and you're doing what you can do with the tools that you have, you got to be okay with that and embrace that. That averages out to 0.8 pounds per week. So anything between 0.5 and 2 pounds is a healthy range. So I'm still in that healthy range. So I'm good with that. And then I am averaging 41.8 pounds per year. That first year is where the chunk of my weight loss happened. And then I've been really slow and steady this second year. And that's okay. I have a goal. And my goal is to get down 100 pounds. That's my next big goal. And then after that, I'm going to get down to that 149. I want to get down to between 145 and 149. Because I was told that was going to get me out of the obese and overweight category. I'm currently on 12.5 milligrams and I'm riding this baby. I've been on this for a long time. Between 6 and 8 months, I've been on it. And it's a great dose for me. Now, will it carry me till I get to my goal of 149 to between 145 and 149? I don't know. And guess what? Right now, I'm not that worried about it. So I'm just doing what I could do day by day. So let's just take a moment to celebrate good times. Come on. I'm excited. I'm happy about my progress. That's 27.3% of my starting body weight. So I'll take it. I love that for myself. That is awesome. So I will mention my DEXA. I am a fan of the DEXA scan. And the last time I had a DEXA scan, it was looking good. One of the things that stood out, now my body fat percentage went up a tad, but my visceral fat went down. And so I'm excited about that. That's one of my goals is when I go back to DEXA is to get that visceral fat down even more. So what has been the easiest part of my journey so far? The easiest part of my journey has been taking the injection. Actually, it's easy peasy lemon squeezy for me. I've never had a mishap. I've never had the medication, the injection jam or spill out my medication. It's just seamless. And it's just, I do it and I've tried my arm. I've had good success in my arm. I go back and forth. I could do my own arm. I've done my thighs back and forth. But my favorite body part to give myself the injection is my belly. And guess why? Because I got a lot of fat stored there. So that's the easiest and best part for me. It doesn't hurt. It's easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And I will say, since I'm talking about the injection, side effects, I've really only had side effects of fatigue, a little bit of back discomfort. I've had constipation. And I'm going to tell you, the best thing about being on 12.5 milligrams for me is that the constipation is pretty much null and void. The constipation is not there. I mean, and anytime I think I need my Mago 7, no, I go. So, I mean, it's just, I love that about the 12.5 milligrams. So when you get to 12.5, or if you're on 12.5, leave me a comment and let me know. Do you have that same experience? Now, I'm going to tell you the hardest part of the journey for me, has been the emotional eating and having cravings. And yeah, I know people say like, oh, if that's happening, you should go up on a dose. Well, I don't want to go up on a dose because of that. And actually, that's not a reason to try titrate up. So I'm not going to hit you with the research. Start coming to my lives. I'm going to refer you back to some of my older videos. I've done videos on emotional eating. I've done videos on hunger versus cravings. I've done videos just educating the people out there about the GLP-1 journey. And I'm going to tell you, the hardest part with the emotional eating is that the medication does not claim to fix that. And guess what? It does not. That is something that you're going to have to work on for yourself. So that's something that I've been working on for myself. And if you've been following my journey, you know my disastrous December, I will call it. I just had a lot of grief going on in that month, like a lot of deaths. December was awful for me. And so what did I do? I did some emotional eating, and that just kind of threw me off my journey. And I think that's what kickstarted my cravings. So I've been battling cravings and grazing and just eating things that I normally would not eat, not being organized, not having my meals prepped. So for me, I'm an organized person. And when I'm not organized, I don't do well in my life in general, but especially on this weight loss journey. Organization to me looks like having my meals prepped. I usually do it on Sunday night. And when I'm not doing that, that just leaves room for me to undereat, for me to skip meals and say I'm intermittent fasting, but I'm just skipping. I will say, as of this week that I'm recording this video, I have really started to get those things under control. And I'm feeling a little bit more energetic and I'm feeling good about it, which is great, right? Which is great. Another thing that was difficult for me, and I'm not going to talk a lot about it in this video, but getting my sleep in, because I'm one of those people, when I start working on something, I don't want to stop until I'm pretty much done with it, right? And it was keeping me up a lot of late nights. I wasn't sleeping. I was grinding. I was working. I'm going to tell you, if you're not sleeping, this is a gem for you. Get your sleep. 7 to 9 hours, ideally 8, is that golden number that you want to reach. It's going to do wonders for your energy. It's going to do wonders for your weight loss. So if you're doing all the things, but you're not sleeping and you're not losing weight, get some sleep. So what habits have made the biggest difference in my long-term success? Well, being consistent, having systems in place. I just told you, when I'm not consistent, I don't do well. That's what happened to me in December and into January. I wasn't consistent, so I didn't do as well. And I saw my 100-pound goal weight loss, and I thought, I'm not one of those people that don't reach a goal. So I have to get myself back in gear because I do want to reach my goal. For long-term success, what works is being consistent, doing things that you can actually do. Don't give yourself huge goals that you know you can't reach because you're going to get discouraged. Start off with tiny habits, small little habits, and work your way up. Let them accumulate like a snowball and let them build you up to where you want to be. So I'm going to tell you that's sustainable for me. I have crowned myself, dubbed myself the slow and steady queen because my weight loss has been slow and steady. And actually, I can see it staying that way. I don't see for me a need to do a rush to the finish line unless my medication price goes up. And then a desperate time calls for desperate measures. I'm just joking. Honestly, I'm going to say to you, do what you can do at your speed. Don't compare yourself out here. It's just not even worth it. And stay positive on this journey. There's so many people that could knock you off or throw you off or make you feel like you're not doing enough, make you feel like you're doing too much, make you feel like you need to be doing things this way or that way. And I say, do what's best for you. So let me just give you a quick tip. Watch some of my previous videos. It goes all the way back to when I was doing live streams back in October of 2024 and September of 2024. I was talking about perimenopause and menopause and how the body works and how the female body and the hormones plays into our weight loss. If you're a woman out there and you're watching and you're having symptoms of perimenopause or menopause, please go to the doctor and get that checked out. I want you to go to my Stand store, download my doctor's checklist of hormones that you need to have checked out. Take that with you and be an advocate for your health, be an advocate for yourself. Currently, I am treating my hormones. I am using Evamist and I am also using progesterone. So hopefully my hormones will be optimized. How has my confidence and mindset shifted? Well, I just know I can do it. I'm confident. I've always been a pretty confident person, but I know I can do it. I know I can reach these goals and I am going to have some setbacks. I am going to have some times where I'm not doing all the things and all the things seem like it's impossible. But guess what? If I fall down, I'm going to get back up. And that's just what I've been doing. That's what I would do with any journey I'm on, any goal I'm trying to reach. That's what I'm going to do with this. Your mindset has to be one of you can do it. You can do this. You can get through this. Come to join the Downsizing Diva if you need some support, if you need that person that's going to help push you, and come support me because I need it too. I always say, what does the coach and mentor do when they need a coach or mentor? You can do this. I'm telling you, people say this is like cliche, right? But if I can do this, you can do this. If I can do this, you can do this. I'm a full-time mom of a 9-year-old. My daughter just turned 9. I have a full-time job. I'm an educator and I work with the little ones. I help out with my dad. I help out with my family. I'm like the main person in my family doing all the things, right? I'm on YouTube a lot. I've created things outside of YouTube that are related to YouTube. So I just have a lot going on. And if I can make time for my health and my fitness and my weight loss and my overall sanity, so can you. You can do it. So if you need me to help you find some time to squeeze time in for yourself, let me know. I'll support you because I want to see us do this. I always say we are pioneers in this GLP-1 community. So people are trying to do all kind of things, tweaking this, tweaking that, making this work, changing the dose, going here, going there, doing all the things. I call this the wild, wild west of GLP-1 land. But that's okay. Let's learn and let's all figure it out together. That's it. That's all. It's not that complicated. I think we make things more complicated than we need to. Another question for me was, do the cravings come back? Yes, they do. And guess what? When your cravings come back, you have to do a reset. So for me, that looks like cutting out all those sweets, the protein bars, the protein drinks, cutting back on those and only eating whole foods and cutting back on a lot of that sugar and processed food. And for me, that protein stuff that I thought was so healthy, it's just really started to help also support my cravings. I'm going to see how that works for me. I'll report back and let you know. Does the Mounjaro stop working? I don't think it totally has stopped working for me. I just think that I have stopped doing all the things I need to do to make it work effectively. I'm just going to be honest. Am I worried that I need to go up a dose because I'm having cravings or what I feel like is a wall for myself? No, I'll get it together and I'll do it. Do you have to stay on the medication forever? I started off this journey saying, I want to be off this medication. I don't take medication. Mounjaro is the only medication I take. Do I want to be on this forever? No. Will I need to be on this treatment forever? Possibly, a high possibility. I have it in my mind that I probably will be on this medication forever. Am I afraid to come off of it and try my health journey without it? I'm not afraid. But am I going to? Probably not. But I never say never. We know things change, people change, treatments change. The medication is going to get bigger, better, stronger, faster. What advice would I give someone on this journey? I'm going to tell you to believe in yourself. The number one thing you can do is have that mindset that you can do it. Once you start saying, I can, I only, you set yourself up to fail. And if you have been around me, or you will be around me, because you're going to come back and come to my lives and hang out with me, you know that you have to set yourself up for success. I say that all the time. I absolutely mean it. Setting yourself up for success, meal prepping, staying in contact with your doctor. I can't express that enough. I'm surprised I haven't said that 15 times in this video. But contact your doctor. Stay in touch with the doctor. Don't just wait for 6 months out to be in touch with your doctor. I think on this journey, when you have questions, it's great to come on YouTube and see what the folks are talking about. But talk to a healthcare professional, talk to a doctor. And a lot of times we say, doctors don't know this, doctors don't know that. They may not know, but encourage them and let them guide you to somebody who can help you. And then my last thing is to just whatever you're doing, be consistent. Start off tiny, build those tiny habits and work your way up. Let the tiny habits build up like a snowball into like an avalanche. And when you have that avalanche, you are going to be fearless and nobody's going to be able to stop you. And I don't care if rocks are thrown at you, stones are thrown at you, you're just going to be able to duck, dodge, maneuver, and you're going to be able to finish your journey, make it to that finish line. And those stones, those rocks, it could be the prices going up on your medication. It could be people who, are on YouTube giving out wrong information. It could be your insurance company, right? Throwing obstacles in your way. So whatever comes your way, you just have to learn how to fight through it and keep up the great work. And I'm telling you, don't compare yourself to what anybody else is doing. We tend to do that in life in general, but it's just really going to distract you from your goal. It really is. So don't do that. And finally, I'm going to say, get a support system for yourself. Get a support system for yourself. That's going to be the best thing you can do. That friend you can call, that YouTube channel you can watch. Let that support help guide you and walk with you and support you on this journey. I want you to hear me clearly. You are not behind. You are not failing. You are not too late. You are just right on time. I want you to know that slow progress is still progress, right? Slow progress is still progress. And this is progress over perfection. We're not perfect on this journey, and that's okay too. Think about it like this. You're not just losing weight. You are building a relationship, not with food, but with yourself. Isn't that powerful? You're building a relationship with yourself. That hit me. That just hit me right now. So I want you to leave a comment and let me know, where are you at in your journey right now? Are you starting? Are you struggling? Are you slow and steady? Are you cruising right along? Are you cruising? And I don't care where you are in your journey. I want to hear all about it. Tell me where you are right now. And kudos to you if you have started, because you have just started a journey of change for your health journey, not just losing weight, but a health journey. And if you have not started yet, talk to your doctor and make sure whatever you do is safe. All right. So thank you for watching. I appreciate that. So the biggest thing you could do to support me is honestly, watch my videos. Watch my playlist of videos that tell you about my journey. I have some great subscribers that have been going back and watching my old videos, and it has come at such a great time too, because I am reminiscing. Reminisce on the love we had. So I am reminiscing about my journey. So check out my old videos. Check out my playlist. Subscribe to my channel. If you're not subscribed, click the notification bell so you can be notified every time I go live and upload a video. If you're interested in hanging out with me a little bit more, you could join my Downsizing Divas Inner Circle. So I'm going to leave the link to that in the description. Go to my Stand store. I have a lot of freebies in there, guides and tools and resources to help you on your GLP-1 journey. Most of all, I want you to take great care of yourself. And remember, slow and steady wins the race. Just don't quit.